EastEnders Joel Marshall actor finally speaks out after shocking Vicky Fowler attack with powerful awareness message. The actor behind EastEnders' troubled teen Joel Marshall has spoken publicly for the first time following his character's brutal assault on Vicky Fowler, delivering a heartfelt message about awareness and understanding. Portrayed by Max Murray, Joel has been at the centre of chaos in Walford since joining the BBC One soap earlier this year. Throughout his time on the show, Joel has committed a series of disturbing and abusive acts, including assaulting a woman on a train while ordering his friend Tommy Moon to record the incident, secretly filming intimate moments with schoolgirl Avani Nandra Hart without her consent, and releasing explicit footage of Stacey Slater online. It was also disclosed that Joel, who came to Walford alongside his father Ross Marshall and girlfriend Vicky Fowler, was unable to return to Australia after being caught upskirting a girl. His father later paid off the victim's family to keep the matter out of police hands. Matters spiraled out of control during Thursday's October 9th episode, when Joel was reprimanded for sharing an inappropriate video with classmates and later lashed out physically at Amy Mitchell after she confronted him. Back home, his father Ross scolded him for his growing aggression, while Vicky finally confronted him over his repeated mistreatment of women. "You enjoy belittling women. That's why you said I needed a slap. Do you not realize how vile that is? How pathetic it makes you look? You're just a frightened little boy who throws fits when things don't go his way. My eyes are open now, and I see you for what you are. You'll never be a real man because you don't even know what that means," Vicky declared. Enraged by her words, Joel lashed out violently, punching Vicky and recording her as she struggled to stand. With viewers waiting to find out what happens to Vicky next week, actor Max Murray appeared immediately after the episode in a special documentary titled EastEnders Investigates: The Manosphere. He was joined by co-stars Ellie Dadd, Amy Mitchell, and Diane Parrish, Denise Fox, as they discussed the deeper social issues surrounding Joel's toxic and misogynistic behaviour. The storyline and documentary were widely praised by fans for tackling a difficult and important subject with honesty and sensitivity. Following the broadcast, Max shared a message with fans on Instagram, expressing gratitude for the support he's received. "I've just finished watching tonight's episode of EastEnders and the Manosphere documentary, and I'm honestly blown away. The performances, the crew, the entire team, absolutely incredible," he said. "Thank you to everyone at EastEnders, and to everyone who's supported and cared for me throughout this journey. Most importantly, I hope this storyline and documentary help raise awareness and spark the conversations that really need to happen." Heather Peace explains why soulmates Eve and Suki should stay together. There's uplifting news for EastEnders fans. Despite some recent drama, one of the soap's most beloved pairs seems set to stand the test of time. Actress Heather Peace has comforted viewers, assuring them there's no reason to worry about Eve and her on-screen wife Suki splitting up, even after their heated disagreements. The duo briefly separated after Suki's reaction to her granddaughter Avani's pregnancy stunned Eve and others. In the latest episodes, the two have been seen rebuilding their bond, and with upcoming plots teasing their next chapter, it appears they're moving forward stronger than before. Speaking to The Mirror, Heather said ending their relationship, affectionately dubbed Sukova by fans, would feel like a betrayal to loyal viewers. During the Inside Soap Awards, Heather shared her hopes that the couple's marriage will last, emphasizing the importance of showing genuine same-sex love on mainstream television. She explained, "It would feel wrong to split them up over something like that. Their story is about two people who are meant for each other. They can't stay apart, even when things get tough." Suki fell back into her old habits of trying to control everyone, which really frightened Eve. "They had some intense arguments, and space was needed, but now I want to see them happy, to show what a strong, loving WLW marriage looks like. We don't see enough of that in soaps, and it really matters." She went on to say that while tension is key for good storytelling, the relationship's foundation should remain solid. The drama comes from how they handle the rough patches. That's what makes people care. Looking back on their chaotic wedding and the ups and downs of the past year, Heather even joked, "Maybe we need couples therapy, don't you think?" Looking to the future, Heather is enthusiastic about Eve's growing role as a link between two major families, the Slaters and the Panasars. She hinted that upcoming episodes could explore what happens if those families collide, with Eve stuck in the middle. Heather also mentioned how much she misses her co-star Lacey Turner, who's currently taking a break from the show. Calling Lacey her absolute best mate, she said, "I'm really going to miss having her around. We'd always catch up between scenes. She's such a big part of my workdays, and I adore her completely." EastEnders star Tony Clay teases shock love triangle and two big comebacks. There's high drama on the horizon in Walford, as Tony Clay hints at a stormy ride ahead for his character, Callum Highway. Fresh from reconnecting with his estranged dad Jono, Callum is now dealing with the aftermath of Jono's sudden death from a heart attack and the complicated feelings that come with it. Callum's very conflicted, Tony admits. Jono was awful in so many ways. His beliefs, the way he treated Callum, Stuart and their mum. He was the complete opposite of Callum. Jono's stint back in Albert Square may have been brief, but it left a mark. In his final moments, he lashed out at Eve Unwin before collapsing and dying in Johnny Carter's arms as Callum desperately searched for help. Twisting the knife further, Jono used his dying breath to tell Johnny that he was ashamed of Callum, a secret Johnny has chosen not to reveal. When Jono came back, Callum wanted to see if they could mend things, Tony explains. So, what he's really mourning is the chance of what could have been, not who Jono actually was. Next week's episodes see Callum preparing for the funeral, but his personal life is just as messy. He's been secretly seeing Johnny Carter behind his husband, Ben Mitchell's back. Callum hoped to admit the truth himself, but Kathy Beale exposed him after catching him kissing Johnny. Soon the Mitchell family, Phil, Kathy, Billy, Honey, Ian and Harvey, unite to confront him. Still, Callum refuses to back down. He doesn't think they've got the right to judge him when none of them are perfect, Tony explains. There are reasons why he's turned to Johnny. Callum's trying to regain some control after everything that's spiraled out of his hands. Defiant, Callum takes an audacious step, bringing Johnny with him to Jono's funeral. The move risks cutting ties with both Ben and the Mitchell clan for good. Callum and Ben have already been apart for more than a year after Ben was extradited to the US on fraud charges. The showdown with the Mitchells makes Callum see who's really stood by him, Tony adds. Everyone backed Ben when they found out Callum cheated, even though he's been raising Lexi alone and holding everything together. In the middle of the turmoil, Callum gets unexpected comfort when his brother Stuart, played by Ricky Champ, makes a comeback to support him after leaving in 2022. It means the world to him, Tony says. They've had ups and downs, but their bond is strong now, and Stuart showing up is a huge boost. But the biggest shocker comes when Ben, played by Max Bowden, suddenly returns from America, determined to stand with Callum during his grief. Ben's return completely throws Callum, Tony teases. It forces him to rethink everything, whether to commit to Johnny, or if Ben's reappearance changes it all. He's pulled into a love triangle, and the big question is who he'll choose. EastEnders airs Mondays to Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on BBC One and BBC iPlayer.